The Supreme Court today reserved its order after hearing petitions challenging the Waqf Amendment Act 2025, which the government has defended as a measure to prevent misuse of Waqf provisions. A bench of Chief Justice B.R. Gavai and Justice A.G. Masi heard arguments over 3 sessions before reserving the judgment. The law, which came into effect on April 5 following presidential assent, has been contested by AIMIM Member of Parliament Asaduddin Owaisi, Congress Member of Parliament Mohammad Javed, and others. Senior advocate Kapil Sibal, appearing for a petitioner, called the law unconstitutional and arbitrary, objecting to the suspension of Waqf status during investigations without a defined timeline. Chief Justice of India Gavai noted that charity is a key principle across religions. Petitioners argued the law discriminates against Muslims. India today reaffirmed that the Indus Waters Treaty (IWT) with Pakistan will remain suspended until Pakistan credibly and permanently halt its support for cross-border terrorism. Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randir Jaiswal stated that water and blood cannot flow together, emphasizing that dialogue and terror cannot go hand in hand. He also rejected any third-party mediation, asserting that all India-Pakistan engagement must be strictly bilateral. The statement came after Pakistan Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif proposed Saudi Arabia as a neutral venue for talks and called for US mediation. The Indian Journalists Union (IJU) has strongly condemned the alleged harassment of journalists by the 4th Maha Regiment in Manipur, calling it unacceptable and alarming. The incident occurred on May 20 when accredited journalists traveling in a Manipur state transport MST bus arranged by the DIPR were stopped at the Gwaltabi checkpoint in Imphal East. Security personnel allegedly ordered them to conceal the Manipur state transport signage, prompting the team to cancel their coverage to the Shirui Lili festival and return to Imphal in protest. In response to public outrage, the Manipur government formed an inquiry committee on May 21st. The IJU welcomed the move, urging a transparent and time-bound investigation. India today urged Bangladesh to expedite nationality verification for over 2,360 illegal Bangladeshi immigrants awaiting deportation, mainly since the year 2020, said Ministry of External Affairs spokesperson Randir Jaiswal. He stressed that all illegal residents, including Bangladeshis, will be dealt with according to law. Earlier this month, 5 Bangladeshis were arrested and pushed back in Assam. Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma linked rising infiltration to Bangladesh collapsing textile sector, stating 1,000 arrests have occurred in recent months. In Delhi, police detained 6 undocumented Bangladeshi women involved in trafficking network. Gujarat police arrested over 1,000 Bangladeshi nationals last month in a major crackdown. In a major move to support India's 2036 Olympic bid, the Ministry of Youth Affairs and Sports has revised the schemes of assistance to National Sports Federation (NSF), the first update since February 2022. Financial aid has been significantly enhanced. High priority sports can now receive Rs 90 lakh and priority sports Rs 75 lakh for national championships, up from 51 lakh. Funding for hosting international tournaments in India has doubled to 2 crore. Coaches will get high salaries, with chief national coaches earning Rs 7.5 lakh, up from 5 lakh, and others 3 lakh, up from 2 lakh. Dietary charges for athletes have increased to Rs 1,000 per day for seniors and $850 for juniors. NSF must now allocate at least 20% of the annual budget to junior and youth development and identify high potential athletes at both senior and junior levels.